Hi, I'm Keith Allen, and I play Murphy on Z Nation, and I listen to One Up Gaming Podcast.
Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig. 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 I'm sweating like a...
1. How it all started to go wrong. It was a warm afternoon on Friday, July 13th, 2007, a date etched into my memory, the moment everything began to fall apart. That was the day I learned I hadn't gotten the job I'd applied for. The rejection itself wasn't a surprise. It was Friday the 13th, after all. A bad omen, as always. But what started as a personal disappointment soon unraveled into something far greater, something unimaginable, something apocalyptic. The day began like any other, but there was something unsettling in the air. Despite the heat, the atmosphere felt too clean, too sterile, like the world was holding its breath. The birds were strangely silent, and even the sound of traffic felt muted. There was no breeze, and yet the trees rustled as if whispering secrets to one another. I decided to walk into town. I needed the distraction, something to help me escape the slow suffocation of unemployment. Without work, my days bled together, filled with endless hours of mindless television and scrolling through news feeds that offered nothing but gloom. Inu, my girlfriend, had already left for her job. She worked at a nearby council building, helping to organize logistics for local events. It was something she was passionate about. We had moved to this town only 3 months earlier, hoping for a fresh start. It was picturesque. Charming streets, welcoming neighbors, and an old clock tower that chimed every hour like clockwork. It felt safe, stable. But beneath its quaint exterior, something else stirred, something cold and ancient. As I walked through the quiet streets of our new neighborhood, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. We had just moved here, Inu and I, to this idyllic little town nestled under the shadow of the larger city. It was the kind of place that looked like it had been plucked from a postcard, with smiling neighbors and freshly cut lawns. But even the sun-drenched serenity couldn't mask the chill in the breeze that danced between the houses. There was an odd tension in the air, like the static before a storm. I passed the local grocer, Mr. Denholm, who usually waved and chatted. Today, he only nodded, eyes distant. A group of teenagers loitered by the old fountain, but their laughter seemed forced. A woman on a bench nearby clutched her handbag tightly, staring blankly into the distance. The normal rhythm of life was off, subtly, unmistakably off. After spending a short time in town, the weight of the job rejection began to settle in. I wandered aimlessly for a while, hoping something, anything, would lift the mood. I bought a coffee from a small cafe, but even the bitter warmth couldn't dispel the unease. A man outside shouted something incoherent at a passing cyclist, and the cyclist didn't even glance back. Everyone seemed trapped in their own bubble of confusion. Eventually I turned back, not even noticing the subtle signs of unease creeping along the edges of reality. The sky, still glowing with late afternoon heat, seemed too bright, too heavy. Something was coming. When I returned home, I flipped the light switch. Nothing. Darkness. The power was out. Confused, I checked the fuse box, but everything seemed fine. Just as I was trying to piece it together, I heard a noise outside. It was low, like the howl of distant wind, but it had a strange metallic quality. I pulled back the curtain and froze. Snow. Thick, silent snow blanketed the streets and rooftops, though not a single flake was falling. And it was the middle of July.